Yo, what's the word? What's the word? What's the word? What's the word? It's your man's DJ Key Product, the Chicago mixtape supplier. And as you can see, I'm back in my studio. I am back in my studio here at the Keys Network. You already know what it is, man. Before we get into anything, like, subscribe, hit the bell. Especially if it's your first time over here. If it's your first time over here, you know what's going on and you're amongst the first to see it. Before we get into anything, so I did the whole get subscribed thing. I got a couple brands I want to shout out and a couple channels that I want to shout out. First, you already know, Keys Network. Get subscribed. Chicago Supplier TV. Get subscribed. Underground Hitters TV. Get subscribed. That's all the radio interviews we did, dating all the way back to 2021. You know what I'm saying? You can find this video and other videos like this on the Chicago Supplier channel as well. So make sure you get subscribed over there. So that's the channels. Here's the brands. For Show Clothing, that's my brother DJ Marcus Muller. Wiz Studios. If you're an artist and you trying to get some studio time, hit up my brother DJ D Wiz with the Wiz Studios. He got you. He gonna get you right. He gonna get you sounding good. And Eternal Radio. That's my sister Nikki Lynn. You need that music of power and praise? Swing on over to Eternal Radio. Gospel music 24/7, 7 days out the week. That's where you need to be. Underground Hitters. That's myself. That's Nikki Lynn. That's DJ D Wiz. And that's DJ Marcus Muller. And get the app, Hitters Radio, for both iPhone and Android. And if you're an artist and you got some music that needs radio play, that the world needs to hear, send it on through. undergroundhitters@gmail.com. And supply your DJs. That's my thing. Mixtape hosting. Mixtape slots. Promo. DJ services. Production services. All of that. Graphic design. All of that. We got you. Supply your DJs. Holla at us. You know what I'm saying? For real, for real. Come holla at us. We're going to get you good. And last but not least, Born Rich Apparel. Matter of fact, they down the hall from me. Born Rich Apparel. Get at them on Instagram. At Born Rich Apparel. At Born Rich, I think LLC, I believe. Yeah. And he has shows on multiple radio stations. So if you're an artist or entrepreneur or whatever it is you do, and you're looking to get interviewed on the radio, holla at Brother Born Rich. He got you. And if you're looking to get interviewed on Underground Hitters Radio, holla at us. undergroundhitters@gmail.com. We got you. Straight like that. All right. Now, let's get into it. A lot of stuff has happened over the weekend. Of course, the whole Terrell Owens and Stephen A. That's part two. There's a part two. I did a video on that last week. I did a week ago today. I did that video. We're gonna do the part two after this one. So I'm gonna drop part two to that video because some more stuff transpired over the weekend, and we're gonna get into that. But that's the next video. This video, we got Young Miami made some rather choice comments about married men. Now, I didn't anticipate doing that type of video today, even though on the way out here, I did a video talking about how I love Hispanic women and how I would love to be married to a Hispanic woman one day. But man, I was cruising YouTube like maybe 45 minutes ago, and I came across a video that Willie D had did on Young Miami and her comments. And she said something along the lines of, most married men are tricks. Most married men are tricks. Now, there was another thing she said earlier this year, back in March. And I came across a couple of articles talking about her views on marriage. Now, I believe she was married to Diddy, if I'm not mistaken. They were either married or they were engaged to be married. I'm not exactly 100% sure on which it is, but I know her and Diddy were dealing with one another. They were together. They were dating. Now, as far as the commentary, when she made the comments that she made recently, that was on, I think that was her podcast that she has with another person, when she said that most married men are tricks. But now, earlier this year, there was another anti-marriage quote from Young Miami, and I'm looking at mediatakeout.com, where it says, Young Miami says she doesn't want to get married. Men, now this is general, she's saying like all men are not faithful. All right, so here's what the article says. So according to the Media Takeout, City Girls rapper Young Miami says she does not want to get married because men are not faithful. And yeah, that's pretty much what she said. Now, the Shade Room Instagram page put up a video, because Shade Room, they're like the internet TMZ. You know what I'm saying? They're another source for like gossip and all that other stuff. But anyway, they came across a live stream, Instagram live that Young Miami had did, and made the comments about marriage. Here is what Young Miami had to say. Oh, you already know, disclaimer, fair use. Here we go.
No, I don't want to get married. I don't want to get married because I feel like men are not faithful. And if I get married, that means I'm giving my life away to you. So that means like I want to be true for the rest of my life. And if I take everything personal, that's for one. So if I'm with you and you step out on me and like I'm never going to forgive you, I might break. I might forgive or don't forget. Okay, I'm not going to forgive you. I would never forget. And I just feel like if my husband cheat on me, I'm going to kill him. Like I want to bury you. For real, because like now you embarrass me. I'm hurt. I'm never going to get over it, and like now I can never look at you the same. So
okay, so that's what Young Miami had to say. Now listen, if you don't want to get married, that's your choice. You are completely entitled to, if you don't want to do that, you don't have to do it. Can't nobody force you to do something you don't want to do. If you don't want to get married, that's fine. Me personally, I would avoid a woman like that, because I'm completely the opposite. I am trying to get married. I desire marriage. I'm gonna be married. I'm gonna have it. You know what I'm saying? That I just know that. I know that. But so yeah, a woman like that, I would have to steer clear of. I'm gonna say this, and I think Willie D kind of alluded to this in the video that he did as well. And shout out to brother Willie D of the Ghetto Boys. Willie D Live. You gotta understand, like, Young Miami is in the public eye. She's a rapper, she's famous, you know. She got all this money, you know, everything. But beside all of that, there's a lot of women that are like Young Miami. They may not have the money and the prestige and the fame and all the other, like she does. But there's a lot of women there's a lot of Young Miamis out here. And as, like I said, with her being in the public eye and her being a celebrity, a lot of people follow after what celebrities do. And they try to model and mirror how they may live their lives based off of their favorite celebrity. Now, what I mean by it's a lot of Young Miamis out here, and then there's some that are actually brewing off of a lot of her rhetoric. What I mean by that is there's a lot of hurt women out here, in layman's terms. It's a lot of hurt women out here. And instead of really sitting with that pain, really sitting with that hurt and getting all the lessons from it. And it's not just women, because men do it too. Men are guilty of this too. Whenever we feel sad, whenever we get hurt, we always look for a quick fix and we move on. But you don't get the real healing and you don't get the real lesson that's to be learned. We get hurt. We get in a relationship. Don't work out. So we get hurt. Whether that's, the intimacy dries up, whether it's infidelity, whether it's financial issues, or y'all just simply grow apart. It happens. It happens. For whatever reason, it doesn't work out. It ends. Rather than just kind of sitting with the pain and really acknowledging that you're hurt, what we do is we self-medicate. Instead of really getting the cure for the broken heart, as in the real treatment, which is time and really healing and true healing, what a lot of us do is we go to the Life Pharmacy and we get the over-the-counter subscription, which will temporarily stop the symptoms of the pain. And what I mean by the Life Pharmacy, some of us indulge in drinking. We act out with drugs. We act out with sex. We act out with a lot of different things. Just like a doctor might prescribe pain medicine, because you might have like leg pain or shoulder pain, whatever. But what happens is, like, sometimes people get addicted to those painkillers, and now you got a whole nother problem on your hands. But yeah, we instead of us really sitting with and really like coming to grips with, man, why did this happen? Why did it end? We don't really do that. We just, it is what it is, and you move on to the next thing. But what happens in the process is you're taking the baggage from the previous relationship, the previous situation, you taking that into something new. Then when that don't work out, now there's newer issues, there's new you now have new proverbs from that. Is it really a proverb? Because proverbs is wisdom. But now you done learned something new, which is negative, and now you're gonna take that into the next situation. And now that it instead of really just sitting and saying, you know what, maybe there's some things about me that I can change, because you can't control nobody else. You can't control nobody else. You can't do anything about that person, that person, that person, that person, that person, that. You can't do anything about that. But you can do something about you. You can do something about you. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of people, especially these days, it's just the idea of marriage is scary to them. They don't want to do it because some of them may have done it before and it didn't work out. So now there's a fear there that if they give their life or their if they give their heart to another person, the same thing could occur. But this is why it is important to get to know a person, build something with them. It must start as a friendship. Now, if it grows into something more, then by all means, build. But this is the most important thing, and I got this from the Willie D video as well. Don't go into the marriage with the mindset of, what can you do for me? What can you do for me? I would say go into it with the mindset of, how can we build together? What is it that you need from me? What do you need me to do for you? How can I pour into you? Let's ask each other those kind of questions. How can I pour into you? How can we make this thing work? And maybe not even call it a thing, but how can we make this union? It sounds better, union. How can we make this union work for the both of us? Because see, when you go into it with the me, then already you kind of got the wrong idea. Because when it comes to marriage, it's very little me and I, and it's more us and we. So marriage is a serious thing. That's a serious step. Make sure you find somebody that you can trust through and through. And everybody's not worth marriage. Everybody ain't worth it. Some people, they don't have the best intentions. Those are the people you avoid. Find somebody that's like-minded. And like I said before, ask the questions of, how can we make the union work? What needs to be done for this union to last the rest of our lives? Not what can you do for me? What do I get out of it? So you just for you. And if I tell you and you get that from me, Now, what's the incentive for you to stay? You done got it from me now, so you know. So, but now, what I would say to like people, be careful. Like just especially like with watching celebrities and everything. Like, man, their life is not exactly like your life, you know. Some people don't have the answers to this, and they don't have the answers to that. But I would say, man, like I said, and I know from just about from what I saw growing up, it works and it's beautiful. But see, that's the other thing. Like a lot of people these days don't know how to problem solve, and they don't know how to compromise. And that's another thing. Like marriage is about compromise. Yeah, you feel how you feel. I feel how I feel. But you know what? I'm willing to sacrifice that, or I'm willing to meet you halfway so that we can make it work. And the scary thing about it is everybody ain't thinking like that today. And you know, but besides all that, I still believe in the union of marriage. And I know that I will have that in the very near future. And if you feel the same way, and even if you don't feel the same way, get in the comment section and let me know what y'all think. Like I said at the top of the video, like, subscribe, hit the bell. And until next time, hey.